Hey everyone, Tin Man here, back with some more Dota Underlords. Going to be playing some ranked mode, and we've got a whole lot of Nessex in this lobby as we start things up here. The jail today is pretty interesting. There's a lot of popular strategies are gone out of the jail today, including a lot of mages. I think I'm going to pick up Axe here to start. A lot of mages are gone. You see Lena, Crystal Maiden, and Morphling all out. What else are we missing? We're only missing one assassin, Queen of Pain. So a lot of assassins are still available. And let's just take a look at the full jail here. We are also missing two important warriors, Tiny and Tide Hunter. The two big crowd control stunning warriors are out. Alchemist hurts the build, or Alchemist hurts a lot of different builds because he's just a very popular piece. Techies kind of makes Scrappy's a little bit harder to work with. One important strategy that is not affected in the slightest is Knights. Knights have every unit available, every troll, every healer. Kind of like the core of a Knights build is all still very much intact. So we might have to be on the lookout for that. Even though I think they're a little bit weak right now, I think they may be worth investing into if we can find some of them. I think I'll pick up the Nyx Assassin here just because, as we mentioned, the Assassins are kind of pretty appealing right now. I'm not a big fan of Savages, really. I mean, they're okay in the early game, but without an Enchantress, it kind of makes the bridging it to the mid and late game a little harder, because normally you'd want Enchantress plus Venomancer plus a Treant Protector, but both Enchantress and Treant Protector are out, so it does make it a little bit awkward in that regard. Not a big fan of really any of these items. I think I might just pick up an Aegis of the Immortal. I think Brute of the Aggressor is okay if you're running a mage build, because it's really good on Puck or other units that have low cooldowns and want to cast pretty often. So here we see a Drow Ranger, and there's a lot of Heartless still left, so I think that's a powerful strategy. And other than that, I think, is Timbersaw the best option here, or perhaps Dazzle? Dazzle Shadow Shaman? I saw if Timbersaw plus Tusk for Dazzle Shadow Shaman to get some trolls together. What's the deal on Brutes? We are missing Treant and Magnus, so Brutes are a little bit tough to get together. You can still get 2 Brutes, but not get 4. I really like Axe a lot. Axe and Beastmaster I think are very appealing today in the current jail. I'm actually going to sell off the Timbersaw and the Tusk to buy those trolls, which I think might end up being a little bit better on the whole here. Chainmail. I like Chainmail. Arcane Boots, once again, that's kind of like a mage build strategy, which, as we saw, there's a lot of mages out today, so I'm not really thrilled about trying to go for any kind of mage composition at the moment, or one that requires heavy mana investment like that. Well, there's our first time we get a chance to get a pair of anything, and second Dazzle, I suppose. And I do like Ogre Magi. I think Ogre Magi is probably a bit better than Axe, just as a one-off unit. This build's not very strong right now. I think that's pretty clear. We just have a whole bunch of 1-stars on things, no real big alliances. I mean, we have the Troll Alliance together, but that definitely scales better into the later stages of the game, not early on whenever you have very low attack damage. So who really cares when you get bonus attack speed if your attack damage is pretty pitiful? Luckily, Ogre Magi does hit pretty hard, but they've got some assassins on our Nessex, and we got nothing out of it. She dealt very, very little. So I think we're going to probably get taken down here in a moment. Unless Dazzle gets another heal off. Almost, but not quite. And yeah, so we're going to be taken down here. That's okay. We still kind of have a pretty awkward / poor start here. You see 2 people going towards Assassins. Possibly even a third up here with the Nyx Assassin. So I'm kind of inclined away from Assassins, just with so much competition. There's a Beastmaster, and I was kind of mentioning before that I think Beastmaster is quite strong in the current jail. Pick up the Shadow Shaman, use the free reroll. Okay, so here's some Hunters and some Heartless, so I think that's going to be our game plan. Let's put in the Bat Rider over Dazzle. I think Bat Rider is a little bit better than Dazzle here. And then we pick up Wind Ranger, and I sell off the Nyx Assassin for Drow. And can I sell off anything else for the Shadow Demon? I kind of want the Shadow Demon. maybe I sell the Dazzles, because I don't want to get... I don't think I want to go for 4 Trolls. Or maybe I just sell the... I don't want to sell Bat Rider. Yeah, Dazzle's a pretty big investment to try to hold on to. Costs a lot of gold. I'll buy the Razor. Okay, so we do go down here again, but we just take a few damage, so I'm not too upset about losing these early rounds. We get a losing streak, we get some rerolls, hopefully, and maybe we can get together this kind of Brutes, Heartless, Hunter kind of strat. Another Beastmaster and a Lifestealer. Yeah, this is definitely a good option here. So, what to do? I think I want to sell for interest first before we get too crazy. Let's sell off this Wind Ranger and get some interest flowing. And then we'll buy the Beastmaster, the Lifestealer, probably even the Abaddon, and then use a reroll. And then see what we can get if we can like upgrade to a 2-star Beastmaster or something along those lines. Our composition is still bad right now. We're probably just intending to keep this losing streak going for another round or two, and that's fine. I'm not going to be too upset about a small losing streak right here. Oh, there we go. So many Beastmasters. Okay, I need to sell some other stuff off, though. Probably going to sell off the 3, 4, 5, I need 5 gold worth. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna sell off the Abaddon because I think he's a big investment, and I'm just gonna sell off some of the trolls here. All right, so here's the game plan. We just make a full swap here to like Heartless. Yeah. Oh my god, and we get another Legion, not Legion Commander, Beastmaster after all that. That is perfect. Okay, so once again, just keep interest flowing because we are like just hitting the high roll here. Oh, I need to axe over this guy because we've got the brute bonus, right? I'm just gonna sell off the Shadow Demon. I do think I want Shadow Demon eventually, but because I do want 4 Heartless from here, so I want Drow Ranger, Lifestealer, and then Pudge Shadow Demon or Pudge Necrophos or some combination like that. But I think it makes sense to just maximize interest because we just got so many upgrades that. Or so many things I want to buy here that I just want to hit some upgrades. Or not, I want to hit some interest because I need to actually buy some units. Free reroll. Another axe. Pick up these 2, although I'm not sure that I want to play them. Alright, we keep a losing streak here once again because we haven't leveled up. We've just been focusing on gold, and I think that's fine. We're about to hit round 8, and I think we're in really good shape just because we're finding these Beastmasters. We hit so many of them so quickly. Partially because of so many rerolls, but also because we identified no one else is going for them. Whereas if I was trying to reroll for like Assassins, that would be harder. Or even some other like Warriors or Heartless or other things that people are contesting, but no one else has picked up any Beastmaster until just now. That person just bought one on the bench. Okay, I think I want to sell off the Lycan here because I think he's a big investment that I don't really want to run with at the moment. I'll just grab the interest, grab the Slarder, use a free reroll, and a Drow Ranger. Question I have is... I don't think I want to buy her just yet. I think I might buy her plus the Wind Rangers post-combat after our interest locks in here at 10 gold for the turn. Once again, we're fine keeping a losing streak. We're not trying to suddenly turn this into a win streak just yet. Probably after round 10, when we level up, then we'll start to say, okay, we can start to compete. We'll probably get that 3rd Hunter in, the Wind Ranger, the 2-star Drow Ranger, and we should be in good shape. I don't think there's going to be anybody really going for mages today, just with so many mages missing, and no one really has a start that kind of makes me think, oh, they're going to look at mages. So I might actually sell off the Slardar if I don't think I'm going to need scaled long term. That might be correct to get rid of those. I am on a pretty big losing streak, but we do have the Aegis just whenever things go really bad, and we do have a good game plan that I think will start to come together. Another Beastmaster. Oh man. Okay, so that's probably going to be the next unit in. Yeah, we don't get the Hunter bonus, but a second 2-star Beastmaster is so absurd. I think to that end, I'm actually going to sell off Wind Rangers because she's not going to come in, and she's kind of a low-impact Hunter anyway. You generally would like Sniper or Mirana or Medusa, Hell, even Terrorblade is a good option instead of Wind Ranger. She's probably the least appealing hunter to put in as a third hunter. You obviously want Drow Ranger, you obviously want Beastmaster. But I just want to sell off, get up to 20 gold because we are a little bit lower on gold. Buy the Beastmaster, buy the Shadow Demon even. As I mentioned before, we definitely want to get up to 4 Heartless. And then use our free reroll. Get an Axe. Draw. I'll even take a Legion Commander and a Lycan. There's no reason not to pick them up, although I doubt they're going to ever come in. Looks like we're kind of losing here, but just barely, and I think that's ideal. If we're just going to lose by 2 or 3 damage, that is perfect. And then after round 10 is when we're going to try to flip the switch, put our second Beastmaster in, and hopefully that gets us some stronger wins. Oh my god, we're just going to get a 3-star Beastmaster real quick, aren't we? Alright, we're going to have a pretty tanky front line, so I think I'm going to pick up the Chaotic Hunter. This is generally a better talent whenever you want to be dealing a lot of physical damage. If you're going to get a lot of Heartless bonuses or something like that, then it turns your Nesix into a very legitimate threat. Actually, just going to sell off the Legion Commander. I just wish she was a little bit stronger, and this build is already going to be struggling to complete its alliances. It's going to want to get 3 Heart Hunters, plus the Brawnies, plus the Heartless. And there's just not going to be a lot of room for somebody who doesn't contribute to those, even if she could benefit well from the Brawny bonus. If she doesn't contribute to any of them, I think it's just better to hold on to, or try to complete the alliances rather than just add in a new unit. Use our free reroll. Get Axe and Shadow Demon. And then Beastmaster's coming in here. So hopefully with a second 2-star Beastmaster, maybe we start turning things around. I kind of want to go up to 4 Brawnies. I mean, we don't have too many Brawny kills, but that's because we're just losing so hard. I do like Blink Dagger on Axe. I actually think that's a pretty good use of Blink Dagger, is to put that on Axe. Just because he'll get into the backline and start applying the Brute debuff in their backline, plus the initial taunt and all. There's another Beastmaster. You've got to be kidding me right now. This is insane. Yeah, just actually insane here. I think I'm still going to play for interest, since I know Juggernaut's not going to be my next unit. I'm going to sell off Juggernaut. I'm going to sell off the Lycan. I do probably want Juggernaut long term, but we can find a little more later. I'd rather just maximize the interest, as we're going to buy the Beastmaster and the Shadow Demon. And then Shadow Demon is our next unit to come in, and so on. And then eventually we'll get Juggernaut at some point. You can't believe it. We're 1 away from Beastmaster 3-star. This is actually insane. I know I said that you know, we got a little bit lucky finding some of them, but this is next level luck right here, which is good because Beastmaster is so good today in the current meta, or the current jail. I guess there's also the factor that Beastmaster is a 2-cost unit, and if we look at the jail, we're missing Crystal Maiden, Queen of Pain, Magnus. I guess that's just 3 units. That's not too many 2-cost units. There's just a handful of 2-cost units that are missing, which does increase the odds of finding those, obviously, but it's not like the biggest deal in the world. Okay, so we did win our round. We've turned around our losing streak, which I kind of expected. So now the question is, does it make sense to level up to try to keep this Beastmaster, or try to keep this win streak going, or stay at this lower level for another couple rounds to maximize the odds of finding that Beastmaster? Because I'd have to lower my odds. I think I want to stay here for another couple rounds, until round 15. Maybe that's a little too aggressive. If I lose a fight by a whole lot, I might have to level. I don't think I'm going to lose a fight by a whole lot. I don't know, I might, but I think I would rather maximize this chance of getting a 3-star Beast. If we get a 3-star Beastmaster by like round 15 or something like that, that's going to be just absolutely insane. And that'll snowball so hard because we get so many more Brawny kills. And I'd rather just maximize that chance. It's going to be hard to complete any kind of scale today with Tidehunter out. You can go Slarder Medusa or something, or Slarder Slark. But I'm not too concerned because, like I said, I don't think I see anybody going towards any kind of mage build. No one's really picked up any kind of magic damage. No pucks, no morphlings, no... I guess morphlings out, but You know what I mean? Like some kind of magic damage threat that you can start the build with. We'll buy a Drow Ranger. Just going to work towards getting 3 stars on a lot of these guys. I might just take on like a hyper reroll strat. I guess I haven't tried that since the newest update. I tried it a little bit, but since they adjusted the way Underlords leveling scaling works, hyper reroll might be a thing. We just built a 6-unit comp with Axe, Lifestealer, Shadow Demon, plus another Heartless, probably Pudge. And then Beastmaster, Drow Ranger, plus another Hunter as a 7th unit. I think that would be a good build. We don't really have a spot for warriors. We just run Pudge as a 1 warrior, if that. I can give it a shot. And we just, you know, we'd level up to 7 eventually after we hyper reroll, instead of just going all in at 6. I mean, I really just need to get a 3-star Beastmaster, and then I don't even need to reroll all that much. But a 3-star Axe, 3-star Drow Ranger, etc. would be good still. So yeah, I think we're just gonna sit here and bank up our gold and just reroll the excess above 50 here, or we just find it. Who needs rerolls? Who needs rerolls? I'm gonna self-yo that because, you know, that's, you got to do that when you get a round 14 3-star Beastmaster. Okay, I guess we start picking up Shadow Demons too, because if we're gonna look for 3 stars, might as well 3-star Shadow Demon, the Drow Ranger, the Axe, just everything. Yeah, I like this idea. I think this is a great idea. We'll see how this ends up working out. Obviously, we got really lucky to find the Beastmaster so quick, but it also works pretty well whenever there's so many people on an Assassin build, which Brutes are very strong against, because the Assassins just jump right into the Brutes, and the Brutes can start applying their debuff, whereas if the opponent's running is running something that stays in the back line, like mages or mages or hunters or things like that, it's hard for the Brutes to get onto the target. But if the Assassins are just going to jump in and just present themselves right to you, why not? Just take advantage of that. Alright, looking for one more Heartless here. Ideally Pudge, but could also take Abaddon. There's a Pudge. Perfect. General pairing with Chaotic Hunter that I already picked is Sharp Pain, because you just want to double down on an Essex as a damage dealer. So I think that's the game plan here. Do I keep rerolling at this level, trying to maximize the chance of finding these tier 1 units? I think I'll reroll a little bit here on this round during the creep round, and then I'll still level up for the next combat round, but I'm going to spend... I want to use my rerolls at level 5 rather than going up to level 6. Because that kind of thing happens, I guess. What Hunter would I even want? I probably wouldn't want a Wind Ranger. That would be too many 3 stars to try to pursue. I think I would want just a Hunter that's good at 2-star. Another Shadow Demon. Okay, sweet. So I'm still going to level up here, and then we're just going to put in the Pudge, and we'll get 10 gold for our turn. So this will still work out. This will still work out well. There's so many Assassins, so I'm actually going to like kind of hop into the back here, I guess. Maybe try to protect myself against Assassins a bit better. At least protect an Essex against them. Oh, these are really good options. Blade Mail is great on Pudge. Bracers is good on Beastmaster. It's not the best on Beastmaster, though, whereas Blade Mail is like the best on Pudge. I don't know, that could be wrong. Okay, so we find some more... I guess Terrorblade could be our 3rd Hunter. He's okay. I was thinking something like Marana or Medusa, but that's a little bit later in the game. And I guess Medusa's pretty hard to ever find if we're just going to stay at a lower level. So probably like Marana or Sniper. We're just like good mid to late game hunters, although Terrorblade could work. Opponent has a similar build to us. They just don't have, you know, the 3-star Beastmaster. They've got some warrior bonus. Pick these guys up after interest has locked in. And we still had our 50 gold of interest there. So things are looking pretty good. I don't know, there's definitely an argument to Bracers of Desperation on Beastmaster, but I kind of like just keeping the chainmail on him because he's so hard to tank down already. Beastmaster has has +5 damage from a duel. When did we face a Legion Commander? We didn't just face it. I guess it was earlier. I totally missed it. I didn't know. You realize it has this bonus damage from duels. It has +5 damage. That's pretty funny. And you know, just good luck just picking up the Terror Blade here. I mean, I want it. Question is, do I level up to put it in? Do I level up to put this in? I don't think so. Not yet. It would just definitely improve my composition, but I'm still just thinking about my interest, and I'm thinking about like keeping my shop odds low because I kind of want the higher chance of the tier 1s to complete my Axe, or my Shadow Demon and Drow. Axe might be out of reach at this point because we just haven't found any more. But you know, that would be the idea. Would be to find an Axe 3-star. Oh my god, look at this Beastmaster. Just an absolute unit. Just his auto attack just walk up and just like one-shot people. Because he's sitting for 265, then they have -10 armor, and then it gets amplified by his wild axes. Oh my goodness. So good. So we're on a 6-round win streak here, and now I have to start balancing, like, do I want the lower shop odds of the 1-cost units, or do I want to like really lock in that I'm going to get this win streak completed? And to get the win streak completed, I level up and throw in the Terror Blade, and then like that pretty much locks it in. I think I want to lock in the win streak. Let's put in the Terror Blade. I lose 1 gold of interest here. That's acceptable. Drop down to 40. And I get to buy another Terror Blade. And we're still looking for the Lifestealer and the Shadow Demon 2-star. But now we got the 100 bonus. And that's really good because I was mainly looking at the other person here who had this win streak. And I'm like, can I beat them? And I was looking on board and I'm like, it's kind of tough. They got the Scrappy bonus on everybody. I think I would win without the Hunter bonus, but I wasn't sure. And since I knew somebody else was on a big win streak, I decided to play it safe, level up, and just ensure that we beat them. And we do get the win. Quite convincingly, actually. And with how hard that victory was, I think we might have been able to get away with it without leveling up. Oh well, we already did. Already 50 kills on our brawny units, just because, you know, Beastmaster has 46 of them. Turns out getting a 3-star Beastmaster on round 14 is still pretty good. Who would have thought? Alright, there's not much reason to level up beyond 7 here. At least not in the short term. There's a Juggernaut, which I think the way this build gets, like, we complete this build is, like, Juggernaut into Bristleback. Just add 2 more Brawnies eventually. So I might just pick these up at the end of the round, just kind of store them on the board, and then get rid of them if I don't want them. I think that would be the late game play here, but I'd like to clear up bench space with Drow Ranger and Shadow Demon upgrades. Although I don't really want to miss out on Juggernauts. I guess Juggernaut's probably the worst brawny, so if I do get high enough level and like, if I get myself into a situation where I'd rather just have like Bristleback plus Beast or plus Disruptor, right, as my 4th brawny, because I think unless we get a 3-star Juggernaut, but it's the same logic on Wind Rangers. I don't want to go for too many 3-stars because my bench is already going to be clogged. And he's an investment right now that I simply don't have the bench space for. Unless I find more upgrades. Like if I find the Pudge and Lifestealer upgrade. We did complete our win streak, which I kind of expected because we how strong we were. So it wasn't really news. I was too busy talking about the Juggernaut decision here. Alright, creep round coming up here. I really just like Summon Demonic Golem. I think that's just the default pick in this tier. Enthrall can be good if you have a lot of backline access, like from Assassins or something. Okay, there's some Juggernauts. There's more Juggernauts. Alright, I think we're going to eventually replace Terrorblade with like a Marana. And I think Axe may be a little bit out of reach. We just haven't found any. And we're so high level that it's pretty low odds. So I'd rather just store these like, we're still going to play Axe as a 2-star. We get the brute bonus, we get whatever else. But I think just clearing up the bench space here for this turn and getting our interest back above 50 is ideal. I was hoping to find like a Pudge or Lifestealer to clear up the bench space, and I don't need to make that decision. Am I going to lose to the Screep round? Nope. He was hit by the Shadow Demon right before he died. So now we can pick up the Juggernaut and the Marana here, and eventually we just replace Terrorblade with a Marana. Or I might just do it if we need to, just to clear the bench space. Just replace it right now, even though it would be a downgrade. I do like Assassin's Veil a lot. I also like Target Buddy. Assassin's Veil is great if I have a Sniper. But it's also just good on somebody like Drow Ranger or a Marana. Another Juggernaut? Oh my goodness. Okay, well, Juggernaut's coming together. You know what? Let's sell off the Terrorblade just because I need the space here. And we're going to put in the Marana, and we're going to give her... Actually, I'm going to give Marana the Assassin's Veil, because she can kind of get out of the situation. If, you know, no matter where their Underlord is, she's going to, like, walk forward to it and then get, you know, she's going to be able to jump out if she gets in trouble. If she takes some damage. So now the question is, how much more rerolling do I do before leveling up to 8? I really want to put a Juggernaut in, because we have a good thing to put in. But I also want lower odds to get everything else. I think I reroll a couple more times trying to find the Pudge, the Lifestealer. Actually, there's a lot of 3-cost units here that I could blacklist. Like, I can almost, like, if I reroll this shop, I get, like, really high odds on finding a Juggernaut or a Lifestealer. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. And I don't find anything. It's unfortunate. Uh-oh, this one's a little close. I mean, Beastmaster's still up, so it's not that close. I didn't actually find... I found a Tinker, but the way the blacklisting works is none of those 4 3-cost units could appear, so basically all of them were removed from the pool. And so it's pretty high odds, but rerolling here doesn't make quite as much sense because I'm blacklisting just a couple 2-cost units, which I'm looking for Pudge, but that's not too much. I'd rather see a shop... Like, if I can just wait for this to naturally refresh, rather than manually rerolling. I want to manually reroll at, like, when I have the decision between it, is whenever you have a lot of a single kind in the shop. But sometimes, like, you just have to reroll because this is your time to do it. Like right now. There's a Shadow Demon. There's a Lifestealer. Alright, I'm going to level up here. Put the Juggernaut in. And then, I guess, just sell off Axes. I think we move away from that. I just did that at that time because I knew it would be efficient in terms of our bench space. We maxed out our bench space here because of all that. Our interest, we need to win to keep it flowing, but whatever. I think we're pretty strong as we've already shown. Our against Assassins though, this is could be a little scary. We have a good corner position against them. We do have the brute bonus, and I guess we upgraded the Lifestealer, so it's not that bad actually. Yeah, Beastmaster is pretty much untouched. As long as he didn't get burst down by like a Slark or a Phantom Assassin, or both, then I think we win these fights in the long term. They simply can't burst a Beastmaster long term. Crushing victory. Gosh, Beastmaster is so incredibly good. 1 away from Drow and Shadow Demon 3-star. I don't think Pudge 3-star is all that realistic. It's a shame I already have so many other Heartless. I mean, I guess instead of Pudge, I could go Lich. Yeah, let's do that. I don't really need the Warrior bonus, and I can move this Blade Mail over to, like, Juggernaut. He's going to be pretty tanky because of all the Brawny bonus. Like, that sounds good to me. Since I didn't have... I literally was just saying I'm not going to probably get Pudge 3-star. Why not upgrade that Heartless to Lich? That seems pretty good. Yeah, Blade Mail is not quite as effective. You know, it doesn't have the 5,000 health, but once I get to a 3-star Juggernaut or something... It's gonna be effective. The Brawny bonus makes that just so good. This one's not looking too good though. Beastmaster needs another cast. He's not. Oh, he did get it. Okay, that was really good. He needed 1 more cast there at the end. Otherwise, this would have been really tough. I guess Lifestealer is still pretty much untouched. So maybe we could have won anyway, without that second cast right as he was about to go down. But it was very helpful to get that. If he got burst before that extra cast, it could have been pretty bad. I still want to eventually get up to level 9, right? Because from here I want to add another Brawny. So I'm not really inclined to reroll too heavily. Although I am close to some upgrades. I'll do one reroll here, because I'm still at 44. Maybe a second. I don't find any. Oh, wait. Lifestealer 3 is cool, but, you know, we don't have the bench space for that. So I'd rather just, I was just hoping we find just one copy of any of these guys, and then we could buy it and clear up a ton of space. And even when we're at 40 gold, if we go down to 39 with the upgrade, we probably win because of that upgrade, and then it gets us right back up to 40 for maximum interest. So there was kind of no downside to doing that. There's a couple of rerolls right there. This build looks scary. They got a 2-star Dragon Knight, 2-star Arc Warden with a Maelstrom. Uh-oh. My axe bugged out. That was interesting. He blinked the backline and then did 0 damage. Didn't use his Berserker's Call or anything. That's going to cost us this fight. Yeah, that was really bad. Okay, then. I don't know why Axe just blinked into the back and then dealt nothing. He blinked in there and just forgot how to do anything. That's unfortunate. Okay. Ideally he's, attacking and applying the brute debuff, which is a big part of his tankiness, plus his Berserker's Call gives him a lot of tankiness. Just didn't get any of that. That's actually a really big loss because now we don't get up to 50 gold for this turn. Alright. Well, after the creep round here, we'll buy the Juggernaut and then use a free reroll, and then we're just going to reroll a lot trying to find... We'll be one away from 3 different upgrades, and we just need to find one of them to clear up the space on our bench. And then once we find one of them, then we can probably start saving up to, or even spending, if we find it quickly enough, to get up to level 9, where we can get the 4th Brawny in. 4th Brawny is going to be so big, it's another 1,000 health to all of our units, so it's really an extra 4,000 health on our board. Because this number basically gets doubled, and then it's multiplied by 4, because you've got 4 Brawnies. Alright. Yeah, I'll just chalk that last one up to just an awkward bug that we lost that. I don't know if we would have won it with that if Axe had been behaving properly, but it would have been a lot closer. He wouldn't have just died for no reason. He would have been much tankier during that Berserker's Call. Daedalus. Yes, please. I do love me some Daedalus. It's actually pretty good on Beastmaster. I don't know, that makes him like really vulnerable. Alright, gotta use our rerolls. Don't need the Life Stealers, don't need Axe. Or Troll Warlord. There's the Juggernaut. Oh boy. And there's a Medusa. Yeah, I like Medusa over Mirana. I thought Medusa was gonna be really hard to find, and I mean, she typically is, but not too bad. Actually, let me move Daedalus to there. Moonshard to the Drow. This over here, Chainmail to Beastmaster. I don't know if this is right or not. Juggernaut now he's 3-star. I'm kind of happy to put him right up front because he's pretty tanky. Especially with Blade Mail and whatnot. And I just don't want Beastmaster to get focus fired down. If Juggernaut gets focus fired, whatever. Now I can actually start buying some axes. I do want to find a Bristleback or Disruptor for the next level up. But we found the Medusa, who's really strong. So I might just sit on this for a little bit and just kind of naturally spend our excess gold above 50 and just level up around 31. There's no real reason to rush up to level 9 just yet. And unless I find the unit that I want, which I don't just yet. There's nobody on any kind of magic damage comp, right? No. Couple assassins, bunch of hunters, some knights. I'm gonna put Axe like right up in the front here. I think I don't know exactly what happens, but I think whenever he blinks, some people might have like already locked onto him and like said he's my target, and then they like take a step or two towards the back. So maybe it draws a little bit of fire away from the Juggernaut initially. I don't know. It doesn't really seem like that happened in this fight, so I don't really know. Maybe I just made that up. See, now this is the same person where Axe blinked in the back and then we didn't do anything and we lost. And now he blinked in, bought a whole lot of time. Might not be enough, but it's a lot closer. Oh no, we do win. Well, we've made a lot of upgrades since then, but, you know, Axe actually got in and got his Berserker's Call off, dealt 800 damage, and also tanked a whole lot more damage because of the bonus armor from Berserker's Call. Actually, I'm going to move the Assassin's Veil over to the Shadow Demon. I think that makes more sense. Rather than Drow Ranger, I kind of want her to stay closer to the back to maybe bait opposing Pudge Hooks, if possible. Maybe we could start buying Lifestealers. He's a little bit more possible now that we're a higher level to get a 3-star Lifestealer as opposed to a 3-star Axe from nothing. And 3-star Lifestealers are pretty big, especially if we can get a Mask of Madness or some kind of attack speed item on him. Ooh, we kind of spread out our formation a bit, and now the Assassins are coming to punish us. It's alright, as long as they don't kill the Beastmaster. I can kill my backline all they want, but if Beastmaster's untouched, if Medusa gets her stun off... Okay, this is good. Yeah. Assassins were not nearly as scary as I thought. Even though they burst down our Lich and our Drow Ranger and Shadow Demon real quick, meh. They didn't deal with the big threats. Alright, still looking for Bristleback or Disruptor. We're going to get rid of this Axe on the bench if I need a spot. There's a Medusa. No, that's a spot I need, I guess. Self the Axe, and then we're just going to pump Golden because I want to get up to level 10. And I have a dream that one day we'll complete this Shadow Demon or Drow Ranger, but it's not really an urgent issue. We don't need the upgrades right away, and because we are winning and our life total is pretty high. So there's no real reason to be super aggressive on rerolling those. I'm actually going to move this Blightstone over to Drow Ranger. No, actually on a Lifestealer. He probably survives longest into the fights. Much more so than Drow Ranger. Especially when they have Deadeye. They're just going to be targeting the Drow Ranger first attack. And I guess as a Brute, it's good to put it on Lifestealer because he spreads the debuff around. Because of the way the Brute bonus works is that he'll prefer to spread it to new targets. And so that applies the Brute debuff and the Blightstone debuff. So yeah, it should have just been on Lifestealer for the longest time. Alright, so we pop their Aegis. That's good. We're about to hit round 30, and then on round 31, we just pump all the way up to level 9. And then hope for the last Brawny. To give another... Basically double that health total to 3,000 bonus health on all of our Brawnies once we find it. Don't see it here. Since we got the upgrade to the Pure Pain already, it makes sense to double down and keep on going for more Pure Pain. Just good, solid damage output. And after this creep round, somebody has 3-star Terrorblade. That's pretty scary. Good thing we didn't keep on going with Terrorblade. Swapped over to the Mirana and then to the Medusa. I think that's better late game. Obviously, if I could have got a 3-star Terrorblade, that would be pretty good, but I think a 2-star Medusa is like on par with that, and we're pretty close to that as well. Okay, so as this creep round starts up, let's pump in our last 10 gold, so we'll just naturally level up at the start of the round and get that higher odds on the Bristleback or Disruptor. This one is... yeah, it's going well. Eventually. Maybe not. I guess we have like no CC. This fight is actually difficult without crowd control. But losing does mean that we get the higher odds of a tier 3 item. Which I kind of want a Mask of Madness on the Lifestealer side. You know, maybe we just are going to get a Mask of Madness and I'm not going to be too upset about the whole situation. I can give myself a yo for that. Alright, maybe I was a little silly. Okay. I'm actually like kind of coming around to Mechanism. I think this item is actually quite strong. I actually rather like Mechanism. It's basically like a vitality booster for your whole board. Like, that is not insignificant. There's the Shadow Demon. I want a brawny, or at the worst, I guess I throw in just another Medusa here, assuming I don't find one. It's unfortunate. I mean, a second Medusa is like never a bad thing, but I guess the second Medusa probably wants the Blightstone because of her split shot. Obviously, was hoping for something a little different. And actually staggering their stuns pretty well. The first one died pretty quick, but that was whatever. Alright, and we clean them right up. 21 to them. Not too bad. How much did the mech heal for? It didn't. It never procced. Okay, well, mech was pretty bad there. The mechanism is a weird item where it's like, it's really good when it procs, but you want it to proc like not instantly, so I can't just put him up in the front line because then he just triggers it right at the start of the fight when no one's taking any damage. But you can't put him too far back because then he never actually triggers it. There's the Disruptor. Perfect. Okay, so Disruptor can go up front. I might give the mech to Disruptor. We'll see if he triggers it fast enough. He's actually going to be really tanky because he's the brawny and has like plus 3,000 health. So he's actually not that squishy. So it's not like a Lich where if you put Lich up front, he's going to take that 800 damage to be at 50% health like right away. But Disruptor being so close to the front now means he's going to take some aggro, but he still has 5k health. Like he's as tanky as a Pudge. So yeah, a 2-star Pudge. That's still pretty good. Uh-oh, this is not going well. Uh-oh. Disruptor. As soon as we get the Disruptor, it doesn't end up working. All of our guys are already dead from before the mech procced. Okay, so to beat this opponent, we literally just need to swap sides. That's really what came down to there. I mean, they had a 2-star Troll Warlord, which was pretty good. But I think we can beat them if we just swap our sides. Like, literally just flip-flop like this. An exact mirror image. Okay, I feel like I should have been grabbing axes. For real. I'll take some more rolls. Why not? There's the Medusa. There we go. Alright, that's pretty good. Actually gonna something like this. That's kind of how we had it. Two-star Medusa is also a pretty big improvement into that composition. One day we'll get a 3-star Drow. I have faith in that. Beastmaster got his cast off, and he's gonna walk around and start one-shotting people, or Medusa's gonna keep one-shotting people. Medusa actually out DPS's Beastmaster in that fight. Turns out a 2-star Medusa with the Daedalus is pretty good. It is pretty good. Alright, we're down to the final 3. We're up against that one build who has been several of our losses, plus 3-star Terrorblade build, which I haven't really got to see too much of. There's a Bristleback, but I mean, Bristleback's probably better at 2-star than a Disruptor is at 1-star. But I think at 1-star, Disruptor wins out. So hold on to the Bristle on the chance of getting him to 2-star. There's him a second 2-star Troll Warlord. Oh, geez. I mean, they're not playing both, so I don't care that much, but they just have a casual 2-star Troll Warlord on the bench. I would not want to see a 3-star Troll Warlord. I've never seen one in Dota Underlords. I've had one in Dota Auto Chess, but not Underlords, and it looks pretty good. Okay, we're crushing them. This is the person who I said we literally swap sides and we crushed them. Just because the way the geometry of the fight worked out was that I couldn't like focus fire, and my abilities were just like in awkward angles and exposing our units. Like the Beastmaster was just exposed in that fight because he was on the opposite side and he kind of wrapped around the side, and he took too long to get in and it was just so bad. But where he was right here, he wasn't as exposed to what the enemy was up to. I'm actually gonna pick up crash, I think, because our opponent has a lot of backline damage dealers. They've got the double snipers and whatnot that I'd like to, especially Terrorblade as well, that I'd like to be able to stun them, hopefully, if they're in the backline. But I don't think we're going to have too much trouble here. And I think against this opponent, who's got, once again, the high damage backline output, I'm going to sell the Bristleback to grab interest, and I think I want to stick with Disruptor, who can give me that big AoE silence to disrupt their backline. Because I don't need to sustain damage against that comp. That comp is not very tanky. They don't have a lot of healing. They're just like kind of a glass cannon. I mean, Tinker's not really glass, but, you know, with 7,000 health. But you know what I mean, that they're all damage dealing. They're not really too defensive oriented, and Bristleback's better against a long defensive fight, whereas Disruptor's better against opponents who are trying to burst you out. You can just pick up a second Daedalus. Seems good to me. I was gonna say put this on the Drow Ranger, and then I'm gonna put Lich in the corner, and if Lich gets hooked in by their Pudge, that's a-okay with me. But then Drow Ranger comes up here, and let's try to get a 3-star Drow Ranger, or 3-star Axe. There's the 3-star Drow. Perfect. And I can just sit here. I mean, I still have 47 life plus an Aegis. I'm not really in any kind of risk here. They've leveled up to 10. It's possible I should do that too. Don't exactly know what I would put in. Okay, actually, I was going to say that I need to move my Nessex forward, otherwise their Pudge is going to hook my Nessex, because Lich is going to walk forward, but Lich actually survived long enough to get hooked, and then, or, because they had the Blink Dagger, it actually bailed me out. If they didn't have the Blink Dagger, actually, like, our Nessex gets hooked there. So that's kind of nice. Got a solid win there. So I think if I move a Nessex up here, and then we try to leave Lich in the back. Where is their Nessex positioned? Right there. So I need Shadow Demon like here to just start immediately autoing her, but I kind of want to wait a second. This is fine. Fine position here. Timbersaw can still blink into her backline, that's fine. Beastmaster and Lifestealer get right on it, that's awesome. And then our Lich gets hooked, and he still gets his Chain Frost off. Okay, that was just amazing. Absolutely perfect. And that kills their Aegis, and then we're looking for... do it one more time to take home the victory here, which I've got pretty good confidence we'll be able to do that. If I would level up again, what would we put in? A Scaled? A Warlock? I mean, it would be like Alchemist. Alchemist would be great in this build, but doesn't. It's in jail today, unfortunately. I think a Scaled, because they do have some good magic damage. Like, let's see damage taken. Beastmaster took mostly magic damage. Shadow Demon took mostly magic damage. Same with Drow and Lifestealer and Essex, Medusa. Yeah, I think that could be the play. Or we just reroll everything to try to hit 3-star Axe Lifestealer. 2-star Gyrocopter. 3 snipers. They're just all in on getting these guys eliminated, the low health targets eliminated real quick. But that means, because they are all stopping to cast, that means Beastmaster and Juggernaut just get to have their way with them. That Terrorblade's still up. But Drow Ranger with the Daedalus on the back line, getting it done, and that should be the game. First place, 47 life, 52 gold still in the bank, and an Aegis in our back pocket just in case things go wrong. Turns out, getting 146 kills on your Brawnies, getting to round 14, Beastmaster 3-star, it's pretty good. I won't say that's a consistent strategy you can go for every game, but I think it's very good given the current jail, and if you do manage to get an early enough Beastmaster, well, things can get pretty silly. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.